Hello, my name is Chris Palmer, and in today's local SEO video, I'd like to give you some actionable SEO hacks that you can use today to increase your rank. So I want to walk you through these very simple but effective tips that you can implement literally today to increase your rank. So let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it. So first and foremost, the very first tip that I want to give you is a relatively simple one, but it's very effective. So as you know, there are 3 places on your page that are the most important for your on-page SEO. 1 is going to be your URL. 2 is going to be your title tag. Okay, that's the title of your page. And 3 is your H1 tag. These are the most important places to put your exact match target key phrase inside of to rank a particular page. Now, the tip is this. As you can see here, all right, we're going to utilize my page for instance. The title tag, if you take a look up here, is SEO training and SEO consulting. Now, Google only displays X amount of characters within the title tag. So if we head out here to Google, I want to just show you something real quick here. So if I do SEO New York, okay, we're just going to do this as an example so I can better describe this. But if you take a look here, all right, so here's this right here. Whatever the case is, they only display X amount of characters, all right? But if you take a look at the top ranker, there's a ... The reason being is because if you keep expanding the size of your title tag, Google is still utilizing and still reading it. It's in the source code. So that means, and here is the hack, here is the tip. Because we know that Google is going to expand the title tag and read it all, what you want to do inside of your title tag is this. Let's say you're going after, let's say you're a plumber. So let's do a plumber, right? New York. So this would be your title tag. And then you would use your brand name. So brand name. And then if you take a look here, look at this page here. They put a ... Why? Because they are putting secondary keywords inside of their title tag. And the reason being is because the title, the URL, and the H1 are the most potent places to put your keywords. So if you put your target key phrase, which theirs is SEO Services New York, then they put a secondary New York City SEO, and inbound they used even more keywords. So the takeaway here, the first hack, is the title can be even longer. Google's going to read it. Start putting in your primary keywords, secondary keywords, your brand name. Make it a little bit longer. Google's going to see it and going to reward you for it. Let's move into the next tip. So the next tip, the next hack that I want to give you is about meta descriptions. I made dedicated videos on this, but I want to give it to you again. And this is all about searchers' intent. Regardless of whatever you're doing, it's all about the searcher's intent. Now, Google will change, and we know that meta descriptions are a secondary ranking factor. So Google is going to change the meta description based on the searcher's intent. So why force a meta description to Google when, if you take a look at this page, my page, I have no meta description. Now, I could have put anything I wanted here, but instead I wrote in this. Now, the tip is this. If on your page, all right, say this is your website. If on this page, on the page, you're putting your primary keywords, secondary keywords, your variations of keywords, multiple different instances of keywords. More importantly, you're trying to put in, if you take a look here, all the different ways that your competition would be searching for you. So let's take this example. New York SEO, New York SEO company, New York SEO agency, right? You're putting variations. You'd be putting NYC, 24 hour, any variation that is actually, the same as your business or something that makes sense. Instead of cramming it in your meta description, make sure you're including it on the page, because Google will change your meta description for you based on the searcher's intent. Furthermore, this will allow you to get more clicks, more traffic, higher conversions. Plus, why tell Google what to do? They're going to do it anyway. So just let them choose, put your variations of keywords on the page, and I guarantee you, you'll see better results. So that's hack number 2. Leave out the meta description, put your variations. Google's going to choose it anyway. Now let's get into the third We'll make it the final tip, but this is going to be powerful for you. Now let's take a look at this particular keyword here, which is digital marketing. It's actually digital marketing Las Vegas. But the tip that I want to give you is this. If you're having trouble deciding the type of content that you want to write, all right, you'll have your primary geolocation for your local business, right? So let me take you over here and I want to draw this out. So you would pull in all of your competition, but starting with your primary competition, the leading competitor. Now, let's say that you have your main ranking website, right? Your homepage. This is your homepage, all right? Now, we're not going to talk about any other pages, but other location pages. So you would build out your location page, all right? And let's say that this is this, right? So it's going to be your website, okay, .com / and let's say it's New York, okay? Let's say it's New York. And then your very first page would be your primary keyword. But then you're thinking, well, how can I get more traffic to my site, right? Or whatever your keyword is. This is just an example, all right? What you want to do is you want to see the other keywords. So if this is your primary ranker for a keyword, right? I want to see what other keywords are they ranking for this particular page. And why is that? The reason being is because a page is receiving traffic for more than just the primary keyword. So what you want to do to compete, to be able to get traffic and to be able to compete, is anything that makes sense to the primary keyword. This is considered a secondary keyword that you want to start writing content about. Why? Right? You're asking yourself why. Because, okay, this gentleman here is ranking primary for, Las Vegas digital marketing agency, but they're getting traffic, all right? They're getting traffic from all of these other keywords. So if there's a keyword that makes sense to a primary keyword, all right? So let's say if we scroll on down, okay, web design, all right? So we would keep that particular city. So let's just say we would write now about that New York SEO. Now the next supporting content off of this, let's say if we're doing content, would be we're keeping this URL structure, but now we're going to do web design and we're building a silo. I hope that makes sense to you because this is very powerful strategy. This particular keyword might not have been the best to use, but I hope that makes sense to you because that's an ultra powerful technique. You get your primary keyword that they're ranking for, which is digital. You put that into your tool, you get your top ranking competitor. You pull it up, the page that is beating you, which I put it in here. And then I'm seeing all of the keywords that page is ranking for. And then I'm finding the keywords that are related to the top level keyword. And I'm building out secondary content to support the main idea. Very powerful strategy. So my name is Chris Palmer. If you have any other questions related to local SEO, SEO hacks, digital marketing, really anything at all, always feel free to go ahead and ask in the comments below. If you need more of a private session with me, please check the link below. You can sign up, get an hour, 2 hours, whatever you need. I'll see you in the next video. Have a wonderful day.